So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Jackson.
49-yard line.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 51 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Luke now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. Looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Credit that sack to Travis Jones.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. That's a 49-yard punt. 8, though, on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. completes it to the tight end, Smythe. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Jackson and the offense come up first and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Throwing is Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Finally, this defense makes a stand. They'd given up touchdowns in their first 2 drives, but here they said, we've got to put a stop to that. Good coverage there to force a punting situation and a 4th down.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie.
Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb with his the second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
21. Ravens 14. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Henry up the middle. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Here's second and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two.
Brings up third down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And bulldozing his way through. Still going. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a first and 10. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Tavius Robinson there on the tackle. Off the play fake, Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Prescott from the gun. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They'll need a big play here with Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Prescott to throw it. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
That's good play, good play.
Prescott now. but it's incomplete. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Prescott. Flush to his right. Finds Pickens out right. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now Prescott. That's caught by Flanoy. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Play action. Now Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Jonathan Bullard in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Okay, we've seen plenty of games. We've been there before. They thought they had this one over with. If they could have stopped them right there on that down, now they've got to continue to play. That's going to be tough.
That's tough because it was such great coverage. They had them blanketed, especially there in the secondary, but, hey, took off and found a way. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Henry running right. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Henry out of the pistol. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And a busy night for Henry continues. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Quick strike out wide by Jackson.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Now Jackson. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now Lamar changing the play. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. That's the safety.
GG's. GG's.
The Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. A 4th down.
GG's, man.
Go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
This one swung out to Williams. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and that should be that. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talk so much about the turnover.